Our next guest will always be credited by me for helping me decrease my phobia of snakes, but she also helps folks with more than just phobias. For instance, she helps athletes. With more on how she can help these athletes, especially golfers, let's welcome back Kalliope Barlis. Good morning, Kalliope.
Good morning, Natalie.
I will say golf. This is kind of what got you into your whole world of helping people with their phobias. And of course, it starts with helping golfers. Explain a little bit.
Well, when I first met my coach, I didn't grow up with the game. And I started in my 20s.
Really?
And I met a man named Chuck Hogan. And he taught me nothing about the skill of the game. But instead, he taught me how to think successfully, which means see your target. And the more vivid it is, the more of a chance to actually get your ball to it.
I will say, well, what is the saying in golf? Your toughest competition is the one in between your ears?
That's right, because you know, you look at all these professional golfers, so many of them have the skill. They're so talented. And in the end, it's really what goes on inside their head that makes the difference.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the people who maybe aren't that talented when it comes to skills. I'll throw myself under the bus. I haven't played in a while. Where do you start? People want to, decrease their score. What are some of those tips?
First is to create a routine, because every single pro golfer has a routine. They look at the ball, look at the target before they even take the shot. And a lot of the time they're imagining how it's going to fly, how they're going to feel when that sweet spot, and how the ball is actually going to sound when they strike it through the ball.
So you're saying, because I talked about visualizing it, seeing the stroke, seeing the shot, but you're saying it goes more hearing and feeling. There's more to it there.
That's right. And in fact, the more they actually hear that club face strike through the ball, the better chance they'll be able to get it to their target.
Well, okay, hearing, you talked about the sweet spot of the ball. I know you've got a demonstration
That's
kind
right.
of ready to go just to illustrate how important this is.
That's right. So everything has a center of mass. And this ball has a center of mass. A club face has a center of mass. You have a center of mass. If I take this ball and bounce it off the center of the club face, you can hear that sound. Versus there's a thug if I go here or here. There's no bounce. But in the center, there's clearly a different sound, right?
Okay.
And so the whole point is, when someone golfs, and this isn't talked about very often, but when you're looking at the ball before striking through it, most people look on top or ahead of the ball.
I was taught to look ahead of the ball.
Right, okay.
Maybe that's half my problem.
But the club face is actually striking through the center of the ball.
Okay.
So you want your eye to be there, right at the center of the back of the ball, so that it gives a destination for your club face to actually strike through.
Well, then let's talk about, of course, seeing that positive shot then. And then that's when that kind of carries over so that you're able to envision that perfect shot. Now, I wanted to ask, though, you're saying do this whether you're on the tee, whether you're putting, it doesn't matter what aspect of the game, you still need to envision that hole, correct? That pin.
You always need to see it.
Okay.
And the more you sense yourself, how you're going to feel doing it. Like Lee Trevino, many years ago, someone talked to him about a putt that he took that was really difficult. He actually saw a train track leading to the hole with the ball rolling along the train track, and he could see smoke so much that he had to wave it away. And so that's how vivid his imagination is. And the more we imagine our shot, the greater our chance to actually land our target.
Now, of course, you've been heavy on the golf talk, and you even have a book in the golf world. Can you use this technique with other sports? Can other athletes use this and, of course, incorporate it into everyday life?
Absolutely. I mean, everything that you imagine in your life just may come true, right? They say, be careful what you ask for, because the truth is, the more you see it happening, every invention was created by a single thought first. We know to put stuff in our hair here in Florida, and we've created hairsprays and hair dryers and flat irons to accommodate for that, right?
Yeah, mine's questionable some days.
So it's a challenge, but what do you do? But fortunately, someone thought we need these products, right? And it happened. So the more we see ourselves being successful, specifically thinking about how we're going to look like, feel like, and sound like. Because if I were to sit here and think, oh my goodness, I'm probably going to sound really boring on the morning blend show. Chances are I wouldn't be very good at it.
Well, that is not the case.
Right.
You don't do that. You help me with steaks. Now we need to set a tea time.
Right.
How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kalliope.
All right,
We
thank
always
you.
appreciate it.
Always love being here.